This post is concerning narcissistic abuse and domestic violence, okay?
Hi, I'm A. Well, really, this is me. I've done a lot over my life, but the biggest thing I did was to get married. Yep, that's me marrying the jackass. 6 months later, I was divorced, left homeless, broke, life in shambles, but it also left me with a new version of myself. It was then that I learned you have to journey in the blind. Welcome to my podcast.
Please like, share, subscribe, and share with people that may be going through an abusive relationship or whatever. It's up to you. But the more you thumbs up it, the more it will come up and people can take advantage of the knowledge. Each one teach one. So you might see a lot of videos with me with this outfit on and this water stain today, because I'm not like this big YouTuber yet that has to be on point for everything. I'm just going to make the videos while I'm here, because who knows what tomorrow may bring. And plus, editing takes a lot. I didn't write anything down. I didn't come specific with a topic today. I just want to let you know, my channel, I want to talk about a lot of things. One of those things is abusive relationships. If you look back at some of my previous posts, you will see that I was in an abusive marriage. I was in that marriage for 6 months, right? Yep, 6 months. Now, here's what happens. Okay, so I met this guy. Long story short, see, I'm messing up my hair because that's what abusive just makes you. You don't even want to talk about it, right? You don't even want to go back to it. Let me... Alright, so anyway, I don't know where to start this video. Let's just talk about the narcissistic abuse. And since I'm talking about finances today on my channel, on a journey that I'm starting for 2021 is understanding my finances. If you click on the other video, you will see that video. Towards the end, I found out, I was saying, like, you don't stop letting people control your worth, all right? Excuse me. In a narcissistic or an abusive relationship, I don't care if it's a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, friends, co-workers, you gotta know your worth. People only treat you as bad as you allow them to treat you. All right, that's a lesson I had to learn, a lesson I still learn to this day. Okay, you have to know your worth inside. You have to know that you are created just as great as anybody else, with a purpose just like anybody else, with a divine destiny like anybody else. Okay, a lot of times, a lot of hate that we face in this world is coming from people that don't know their worth, okay? That were never maybe loved properly or maybe treated fairly, so they think, or different things like that, okay? But as you grow older, you come to find out you are in control of your world. Only you. Now, if you choose to give that power away, then that's on you. And guess what? You were in control because you chose to give that power away. When I used to go to therapy with my ex-husband, the therapist used to say, why are you giving him all your power? And I'm like, what do you mean I'm giving him all my power? I didn't understand what that meant. And I didn't understand why it was wrong to, like, do certain things for my husband, the person I love, the person I just made these vows with, that I chose to spend the rest of my life with. Hold on, guys. I got this in my throat. All right, guys. Sorry about that. All right. So I didn't understand what the therapist meant by I was giving my power away. All right. So I think a lot of times in life, some of us, we give our power away without even knowing it or not acknowledging it, right? Stop giving your power away. Know your worth, know your value. And it may not happen as fast as you want it. It may not happen overnight, but once you make the first step, it'll keep going and going and going and going, right? All right. Getting a divorce was very hard for me, right? If you know your worth, even knowing when to end an abusive relationship, it's hard. I got divorced in February, next month of 2018. I got married in, Lord, it was 2017. It may have been July, the end of July. That's how much, it doesn't even matter to me anymore. And it's not to say that I did not love the person I married. It's just that the person I married did not love me and play the game. And in narcissistic relationships, you fall in love with the image that they put forth. It's not the real them, okay? And don't be mad at yourself that you fell for the mask, because that takes a lot of healing, right? Because I've gone through it, I go through it. Sometimes you think you're so hurt because you love this person so much. Let me tell you, man, let me tell you, woman, you did not fall in love with that person. You fell in love with a facade, something that they pretended to be, right? Unfortunately, narcissistic people, they are very manipulative and they get to figuring you out. What do you like? Hell, they'll say they know you better than you know yourself, right? And in some cases, it's true if you have low self-esteem, because you're putting all your esteem into that person. And that's not cool. And it's not fun, right? So, so we got married. And I said I was going to do a video on red flags, but I still will do that. But you got to learn about red flags. And some of you are already in abusive relationships and you already know it. So you don't need the red flags. You know something ain't right and it's not cool. Reach out to somebody without your partner knowing. You have to be wise, right? You have to use wisdom, because narcissistic people it's levels to it. They can be on this level where it's little, and they can be on this level like my nut, right? Where it turns into cyber abuse, turns into stalking, harassment, and all those things, right? Lying to your family, turning your family against you, turning your own friends that you've been friends with forever, turning them against you. It's all a game to them, but it hurts you, right? And then when your family and friends switch on you, that adds to the hurt. And every time you hurt, a narcissist gets a victory and they get a win and they're happy. That's why you have to fight to know your worth. Take that damn joy back from them that they stole from you. Let them go find another supply, and you become the best version that you are. Because a lot of times, narcissists know who to pick. They pick empaths. They pick loving people. They pick people with great ideas, In my divorce, and I'm going to do a whole video on this. But in my divorce, my ex-husband asked for a lot of stupid stuff. One of the main things, he asked for my intellectual property. The way I think, my ideas that I have, he wanted the judge to grant him my intellectual property. That's what he put, my intellectual property. How you gonna ask for my thoughts? Okay? So, that goes to show that they're crazy as hell. Okay? All right. Now we're getting somewhere. I feel like I need some tea. Okay? I got the tea. But anyway. So, it's 2021. It's time to stop letting the narc control you. It's time to understand your value, to understand your worth. It's time to take a little step. You ain't even got to be on point 100 points, right? Go back. Look at my videos on my hair. I started with 2 inches, right? I started with a step. Now I don't even know how much I have, but anyway, I have it, and it's been on its own journey. JourneyInTheBlind. I cut some off. With the pandemic, I had to learn how to do it a couple of times, and I messed it up, and that's the journey. It's not always gonna be perfect. You're gonna mess up. Some of you are gonna go non-contact, and then you're gonna contact them back. Stop. Don't do it. Let them be. Let her be. Because let me tell you, women are narcissists too. And women can do some crazy stuff. I have male friends that have been in narcissistic, abusive relationships with guns pulled out on them, pets threatened, all kinds of stuff. Threatened to kill their pets and stuff. So it's not just women that go through narcissistic relationships. Men do too. So women, have some respect for it. If you know that you've been through something, quit judging these men if they got to go through something. If they not ready, then maybe that's not the person you need to be looking at then, okay? You need to, if you done the work, let them do the work. Either you're going to work with them or move on. Now, a narc will use past relationships and let me tell you something. If they always talking about how bad the ex was, look into that. Don't jump into that. That's a red flag. Because if everybody around them is always the bad person and they're always the victim, then I would look into that before I get into a relationship. Y'all, I wasted water. I don't know if I said that. I wasted water on my shirt earlier in the earlier video. And I'm not changing it. That's just it. Now, I think that's all I want to talk about in this video. To let you know, I'm here. We're gonna talk about narcissistic relationships, abusive relationships, just different things. I'm gonna talk about a lot of stuff on my channel. So some you gonna like, some of it you may not. It's your choice. Either way, it's my channel. I know my worth. I know what I want to talk about. I know what I want to advocate for. And that's just it. So get that kind of attitude. 2021. Your life is your life, baby. And stop giving it to other people. All right? All right, guys. Let's keep up. Let's do this. I don't know how I think I'm going to do it. I'll come up with a schedule. But if you subscribe and you hit the notification bell, whatever the hell they talk about, I'm still learning, journeying in the blind. But if you hit that daggone bell, allegedly, you'll know when I post or when I come out. So hit the bell, hit the like, and hit the subscribe and share. All that. All right, guys? Peace.